Corn à la papa. Hello, Blue Blitz. Good to see you. Good to see you. My day's been going good. Just a little tired. Walked very far. I walked a 2 mile. I did 2 miles walk today. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Just trying to get some more people in here to start a panel. Mm-hmm. Hello, Bud Files. Good to see you. Hello, Melinda. Good to see you. Didn't see your comment there. Hello, Deb for Freedom. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm trying to. Yep, trying to get some more people in here. yeah, yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I did hear about that. I think Big D was streaming it. Oh, it just now happening? Oh, okay. Let me check it out. Hold on. Uh, I thought it was Big D. Gotcha. Gotcha. Oh, it was last night. Gotcha. Okay. I think I must have missed it. Oh yeah, I missed it then. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. God, I actually missed a lot today. Did y'all hear about that mass shooting in New York? It's crazy. It was in the hospital. Hello, I'm doing good. Freaky, how about you? Hope you're doing well too. Yeah,
On the last day of the week, but President Trump seems that Saturday or Sunday, it's a regular work day because why wouldn't you?
yeah. So there was a police officer that was killed by a shooter who was dead. I I heard it on the news when that happened, and nurses were injured in the hospital too.
Thank you for joining. Diogenes Archangel Ortiz walked into UPMC Memorial with a gun and zip ties, took a staffer hostage, and shot 6 people. The gunman was then shot dead. Thank you for joining us at 6 o'clock tonight. I'm Jasmine Brooks. We have team coverage tonight on all angles of this deadly mass shooting. We're going to start tonight with CBS 21's Andrew Klein. He's been at the hospital since we got word of the shooting this morning. Andrew.
Yeah, Jasmine, the York County, excuse me, Timothy J. Parker said today Diogenes Archangel Ortiz walked into the UPMC behind me with that bag, inside that bag, a handgun and zip ties. The police say the incident began around 10:30 a.m. this morning and it lasted until around 11:13 a.m. that the shooter was targeting the ICU. Now, upon entering the building, Archangel Ortiz went straight to the ICU and held one of the UPMC staff members hostage. Law enforcement tried to approach Ortiz before he yelled at them to leave the room, which they did in order to attempt to keep the hostage safe. They then regrouped, reassessed, and got into formation to take down the shooter, shooting and killing him. In the process, one officer from the West York Police Department, Andrew Duarte, died.
The act of a coward here in this UPMC.
I don't think you can watch it here.
Let it not be lost
Never
on
mind.
anyone. The act of extraordinary bravery and courage by the healthcare workers here, by the law enforcement professionals,
I'll be back.
state, local, hospital level, ran toward
There.
In total, police say 6 people were hit by
Think this
gunfire, including the fallen
should
officer.
work.
4 people were taken to nearby Wellspring York Hospital to be treated for their injuries, their trauma unit.
In 27 years, it's been very rare that we've had to have a press conference like this in York County.
York County DA Tim Barker says the case is still under investigation, so continue to stick with CBS 21. We'll bring you all the details as we get them. In West Manchester Township, Andrew Klein, CBS 21 News.
Andrew, thank you. West York Borough is mourning the loss of their officer, Andrew Duarte. According to his LinkedIn page, he was a law enforcement veteran who joined the department in 2022 after 5 years with the Denver Police Department in Colorado. He received a Hero Award in 2021 from Mothers Against Drunk Driving for his work in impaired driving enforcement.
Hello, Jen. Good
West
to see
York
you.
Borough's Facebook page posted, quote, "We ask that the community come together in solidarity, respect, and prayer at this time as broken hearts mourn. You are welcome to lay flowers in a show of support and respect at 1381 West Poplar Street." And that is where we find our Joel D. Smith tonight. He's there talking about how the West York community is sharing this loss together. Joel?
So Jasmine, this is where Officer Duarte came to work for the past 3 years. Tonight is where this community is coming together to pay their respects. As you can see behind me, this has just been a
I'm doing well,
memorial
Jen. How
throughout
about
the
you?
afternoon into the evening.
Hope
So
you're
many
doing well,
flowers,
too.
You see some candles, and no doubt this is going to keep on growing throughout the night. People will be coming here for a vigil that starts at 7 o'clock as well. You know, this is the memorial that's been impressive for a while now, but it's not surprising in this tight-knit community that's coming together to show its support for these people who put their lives on the line every day, never knowing which day could be the dangerous one. It's a 13-member police department here at West York. We talked to the borough manager. He used to be the mayor as well, so this has been a part of the community for him for decades. And he says in all that time, he can't remember the last time an officer was killed in the line of duty until now.
Again, just has come to work every day to serve West York Borough well, and in our minds and everybody else's, he's a hero. And just want to say to him, Godspeed, my friend, and thank you for your service. And I know all of us feel the same exact way today.
Got a chance to talk to some of the people who have come by. Many of them never knew Officer Duarte, but they still knew they needed to come here and show their support. We expect more of those people to be here very soon at 7 o'clock for this vigil. They say to bring those candles, bring especially the LED candles, and of course, lots of love. I'm Joel D. Smith, West York. Back to you.
Thank you, Joel D. Governor Josh Shapiro is ordering U.S. and state flags to be flown at half-staff today in honor of Officer Duarte. This includes all public buildings and grounds across the Commonwealth. The governor says the flag should remain at half-staff until otherwise noted. Southern Regional Police are saying, quote, "May his memory and legacy of service live on in all who knew him. Rest in peace, Officer Duarte. You will never be forgotten." And the North Codorus Township Fire Company says our thoughts and prayers go out to West York Police Department and families, and to those first responders in today's tragic event. Now, on top of Officer Duarte, we do know that several other officers were injured today. Our live team coverage continues with TJ Anthony with what we know about the other victims in this shooting. TJ?
Yeah, Jasmine, right now I'm live outside of Wellspring York Hospital. That's where those other victims are recovering today, following today's mass shooting. Now, as the night goes on, we're continuing to learn more about the situation and also the victims. So far, we do know that 6 people were shot. 3 were medical personnel, a custodian, a nurse, and a doctor, along with 3 law enforcement officers. Unfortunately, all did not survive. We do know that officer's name is Andrew Duarte, who was shot and killed. The situation as a whole, though, will impact this community forever. None of those people knew they would come to work and not know they may not return home.
Something like this should never, ever happen in your place of work. And we'll continue to work with you, our state and local leaders, to make sure that you have the resources and the services you need to be able to perform your functions.
And Governor Josh Farrell went on to say that UPMC will provide people with what they need in order to just try to heal from just such a dramatic situation. But guys, the community really did step up when they needed to. Here at Wellspring York Hospital, we know that they got the call about what was going on around 11 a.m. And within that next hour, that first patient arrived to the hospital to get treated for their injuries. And the community support will continue just throughout these months to come. I'm reporting live in New York. I'm TJ Anthony, CBS 20 News. Back to you.
All right, TJ, thank you. We're learning more about the man who officials say committed this mass shooting. 49-year-old Diogenes Archangel Ortiz. We found 2 dockets out of York County, one from just a little more than a week ago. He was charged with driving a car with a suspended or revoked license. Back in 2016, he was also charged with contempt for violation of order of agreement. We weren't able to get a mugshot yet. Of course, we're working on that for you. U.S. Senator John Fetterman sharing his thoughts today on X. He says, quote, "A senseless shooting at UPMC Memorial Hospital in York, my hometown, a place of healing, turned into a tragedy. My family grieves for the family of the heroic West York Borough police officer, Andrew Duarte, who put his life on the line to protect others." UPMC has set up 2 numbers for people to call if they have a loved one in the hospital. Here they are on your screen, 717-849-5338 or 717-849-5334. We are staying on top of this deadly mass shooting as new information comes into the newsroom. Stay up to date on all of our coverage. Search local 21 CBS News on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.
And the weather's going to continue to be quiet as we head into the second half of the weekend, and a pretty significant mild trend for early next week. Forecast coming up.
How sad it is. How sad it really is. These Andrew Duarte got killed, and that shooter at the who was dead also. It's crazy. How can people do that? Crazy. Man, first those plane crashes, and now the mass shooting. Yeah, JLR was talking about it too. It's actually in York, Pennsylvania. That's what happens. Yeah, 6 people were killed. Yeah, very sad, Chen. 6 people were killed in that mass shooting, including Officer Duarte and the shooter. Yeah, prayers. Let's keep them in our prayers, guys. Let's keep them in our prayers. And what's sad is, I don't know. It's crazy. I mean, I wish there was a way to show you guys, but it's too bright. Yeah. And now the CPAC of this year was posted all over the news too. It was so funny.
Money on garbage. Every dollar that we spending the American people's money on garbage. Every dollar that we take in and spend, you have to pay for, either through taxes or through inflation. And if we spend the American people's money more wisely, if we stop taxing
That's fans saying it.
people to death, that's also going to bring relief to all of the pricing pressures that are out there. We're going to make it affordable to live in this country again. That's our mandate. That's our goal. And you're right. There's a lot more that we can do, but I think we've got a pretty good start after 30 days.
We've got a pretty good start, but we've got this big, beautiful one bill budget reconciliation scenario. How is that working? What are the dynamics that are happening right now in Congress? And what the administration is doing to ensure that a lot of what the president.
Wait, hold on. This one is too long. I want to go straight to the Trump speech.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. And a very special hello to CPAC. It's been a long time. We've loved being back, and it's hotter than ever. This place is packed. You got to see outside. They don't know what's happening. They have no idea what's happening. And a friend is here
let me
from
do a shorter one.
Argentina, and a friend is here from Poland. Stand up. Great job. Thank you. Thank you very much. Welcome back to the nation's capital, where our movement is thriving, fighting, winning, and dominating Washington like never before. Nobody's ever seen anything like this before. They used to have a little smaller crowds here. It's a little bigger. The fraudsters, liars, cheaters, globalists, and deep state bureaucrats are being sent packing. The illegal alien criminals are being sent home. We're draining the swamp, and we're restoring government by the people, for the people. For years, Washington was controlled by a sinister group of radical left Marxists, warmongers, and corrupt special interests who drained our wealth, attacked our liberties, obliterated our borders, and sucked our country dry. Not any longer. November 5th, we stood up to all the corrupt forces that were destroying America. We took away their power. We took away their confidence. They lost their confidence. You know, you ever watch? They lost their confidence. Oh, it's so nice to watch. And we took back our country. And we must be doing something right because we've got the highest poll numbers that I've ever had and that any Republican president has ever had. And our approval rating is now the highest ever across all demographics. Rasmussen just came out at 56%, Insider Advantage 56%, RMG Research 57%. And we have many polls in the mid 60s, one at 71%. We like that 71. And according to YouGov, a big deal, 70% of Americans believe that what we are doing is right and we are keeping our promises.
Amen.
That's all we're doing when you think is keeping our promises. That's all we had to do. And their promises weren't worthwhile to go and vote for. They loved men playing in women's sports, open borders, little things like that. But don't tell them. Don't tell them. Keep it quiet. We'll tell them about a week before the next election. Now keep it quiet. Let them think it's a great thing what they're doing. You saw Maine yesterday, right? The governor of Maine. She's fighting to keep men in women's sports. You ever see what happens to a woman when a woman boxes a man who transitioned to womanhood? Did you ever see what happens? It's not pretty. It's not pretty. Let her do that fight. Let them all do that fight. Because I think that's about a 90-10 issue, and I can't figure out who the 10% are. Nobody can. So today I want to say thank you to all of the incredible patriots of CPAC and all of the incredible patriots in our country. 77 million, and it's actually much more than that because despite that, they cheated like hell. It was just too big to rig. It was too big to rig. 77 million. Remember, you used to go, I said, look, we're leading in the polls by a lot. Don't believe the polls. Just go and vote. You got to vote. We got to make it too big to rig. And they tried, but it was too big to rig. One of the great statements. We love it. Because everybody went and voted. We fought through hell together. But in the end, we achieved the great liberation of America. We're liberating our country right now. We're doing all these things that you're reading about. We're liberating our country. I first spoke to this gathering 14 years ago, and I won your straw poll. I didn't know anything about a straw poll. They took this big straw poll, and I won by like 27 points. And I figured, you know, that's good. Maybe I should keep doing it, and I did. And I became president. Isn't that great? Who would think? Who would think? But he became president too. He's a MAGA guy too. Make Argentina great again, right? Make Argentina great again.
Anyway, I'm gonna play half of it. Yeah, it was great. Make Argentina great again. That's so funny. Hello, Melody. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing good, Melody. Thank you so much for asking. Did you hear about the mass shooting in York, Pennsylvania? There were six people who were shot and dead, and also there was a officer who got killed, as well as the shooter himself. Shooter was shot dead as well. Hello, Susanna. Good to see you. Yeah, exactly. The CPAC was the great though. The CPAC was the greatest. Uh, yeah. Yep. Prayers. Prayers. Yep. CPAC was the bomb. I'm not actually gonna be. I'm not actually be not gonna be on for so long. I'm gonna be live around. I'll actually be live for a panel at 9 o'clock tomorrow. Tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Um, because it's too late. Um, I was supposed to go live at 6 o'clock, but I got really tired. I got really tired. I walked a 2 mile walk today, and also just got was just tired. Um, yeah. Maybe when I get like maybe when I also get some energy as well. I'll be on tomorrow at 10 o'clock though. Yeah. Um, mhm. Yeah, but we'll talk about. I mean, so the panel will be talking about the mass shooting of in York, Pennsylvania. So yeah, I'll try to stay the course, Melody, and I'll be keeping my fuzzy socks on. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Melody, you did tell me about that. Yeah. All right. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. When I go on panel. Around 10 o'clock. Later. See you guys tomorrow around 8, or maybe around 8 o'clock, maybe. Sorry, not 8 o'clock, but 9 o'clock. I'll be live. Later, guys.